And this thing is very simple. I already told him before, like, even when I'm playing tantrum, just hold me, just kiss me, it's not that serious. To everybody who's been riding with me, loving me. Thank you.
I'm going to be frank with you all. I watched Beauty's first interview since she was disqualified from the Big Brother Naija season 7 level up edition, and to be very honest there, I felt like carrying cane to flog that girl. I was so pissed, I was so disappointed. At some point I felt really sorry for her, but overall, the overall feeling I felt whilst watching that interview was a feeling of deep disappointment. And one thing was really clear: that Beauty is still a child. I'm not saying she's a child in a derogatory way now. No, please don't misconstrue my meaning, please. But when I say that she's still a child, I mean she still wears her emotions at the tip of her fingers, not even up her sleeve. It's very, very close to the tip of her fingers. Like, her feelings are still so raw, right? Her personality, even though she comes across like an angry bird, she's still very naive. Yeah, I mean, age is just a number, guys. Forget the fact that she's 25. She's still very, very naive. She still has a lot of growing up to do. Yes, and to be frank with you again, it's not like I'm happy that she was actually disqualified, but I'm happy that this actually happened to her, because, you know, sometimes we do certain things in private, you know, thinking that, oh yes, it's normal, we can get away with it. But then once in a while we need to be publicly embarrassed, yeah, so that we can actually grow some sense from there. Yeah, it's not like I'm actually really excited that this whole disgraceful thing happened to her on an international platform such as Big Brother. No, but it happened, right? So at the end of the day, as humans, when things like this happens to us, we tend to overlook the sad part of it and just get the lessons from it. And I'm hoping that she's already learning from all of this. Here's what we'll do on this video. We're going to give each other relationship advice. I, Bbnaija, I am in no way a relationship expert, but at least I know that I have common sense on how to handle certain relationships in whatever situation I find myself. So as a result of that, I consider myself to be in a position, not the best position now, but in a position to offer relationship advice to anybody that needs it. Okay, and as I'm offering, I also need you guys to also give me your own advice as well. So we'll do some exchange of knowledge and wisdom. All right, exchange of sense. So just do me this favor, watch this video to the end, and let me know your own thoughts about whatever we're discussing on here in the comment section below. I know that it won't be a complete FSWG video without Bbnaija doing our usual intros, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it anyways. Hi, you are welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Bbnaija. This is Frankly Speaking with Glory, and I am the girl with the tea. And the tea of this video is all about Beauty's first interview since after our, should I say, impromptu disqualification from the Big Brother Naija Level Up Mansion on Sunday. If you're new on this channel, thank you so much for subscribing. If you are a returning subscriber and viewer, thank you so much for making a comeback on here. And if this is your first time tuning into my video, tuning into this channel, thank you so much for choosing to do exactly that. But please do not leave without doing exactly what you see on your screen. You totally need to subscribe, because this is where all the action happens. And if you're looking for that space where you can express yourself, express your thoughts, share your own opinion about reality TV shows, movies, and trending social topics, this is the right space for you. All right. And in return, if you're looking for where to get the most detailed, factual, accurate analysis of those areas I have mentioned, you are in the perfect space. All right. Here, it's all about self-expression. Now, all of that out of the way, let's quickly get into the analysis of this video. Beauty started off this interview by saying something that's quite contrary to what her brother claimed on the video he released 2 days ago. So Beauty said that she did not go with a strategy into Biggie's house. That the moment she got to the show, she had dropped a title of ex-Miss Nigeria outside, and then she had gone into the show with herself by herself. Now guys, I say it's contrary because the brother has actually mentioned on his own video that, oh, Beauty was actually playing a perfect script. He had gone ahead to applaud her, to hype her, that she was the most entertaining housemate, yes. Although Biggie's rules are kind of, did he say strict? I can't remember what he said. So when she now said on the interview that she did not go in with the strategy, I found it really hard to believe and to accept. But then who am I in the grand scheme of things? If Beauty says that she did not go in with the strategy, hey, we have to leave it as that, right? But you and I, we know what we saw. Now moving on, she had also mentioned that she knew and she felt that she lost her head in the game. Yes, you know, all the crazy things she was doing, that she knew that she had lost her head in the game. And even though Cass had advised her that she knew. So I was thinking, okay, so at least you had people advising you inside the house. What stopped you from taking their advice and, you know, finding your head back in the game and putting it back on your neck? About Groovy, she had disclosed that her feelings, her emotions for Groovy were actually real, 100% on the show. She never really faked anything that she felt for Groovy. She had also mentioned that she and Groovy, they were actually officially dating. They had started dating before week 2. As a matter of fact, they had started dating from the first Saturday's afternoon, yeah, before the party. Yes, he had actually asked her to be his legit girlfriend, and both of them had agreed to start up something officially. He had gone ahead to explain that unlike the perception that people had about her, that even the rest of the housemates had about her, that she was the one that was really engineering the whole concept of the relationship, that it was actually Groovy in private that was really pushing for the relationship, that Groovy was actually more territorial than how she was perceived to be. That as a matter of fact, Groovy had issues with Cass and Khalid. Yes, just because they were kind of close to her. She had gone ahead to disclose that Chomzy was never the problem between herself and Groovy, that it was actually Groovy all along. That Groovy has this annoying habit of always doing what he has in mind to do. They'll have conversations in private, but then when they go out in public, Groovy, because he's a calm person, because he doesn't really talk a lot, he will just do exactly what he has in mind, and then when she reacts, people will now, you know, look at her like she is the problem in the relationship. And then she explained what had actually caused that last Saturday night fight that resulted in a disqualification. According to her, she and Groovy, they had actually had conversations, and they were still official as at that time. So they had conversations, and Groovy had asked her, okay, who do you not want me to dance with at the party? And she had said, oh, okay, since you're asking, don't dance with Chomzy then. Now, prior to that, both of them, they had conversations before, and the moment Chomzy's name came up, she had seen how Groovy's countenance changed. And she had wondered that, okay, is this why you've been behaving weirdly towards me of late? And so she saw that as a red flag in their relationship and felt like, okay, fine, she has to curb it. Also because when they had their first their wager task presentation, Groovy had refused to, you know, hold hands with her just because he wanted to go and speak with Chomzy. So for her, all of these things were red flags. But she was basically expecting Groovy, you know, to be very honest with her and just stick to what they had actually discussed. But then at the party, she was quite surprised to see Groovy dancing with Chomzy, and then when she had confronted him, Groovy was lying that, oh, Chomzy was the one that actually pulled him to her, something she had actually seen by herself clearly. And she said that when she was reacting, she was expecting Groovy, you know, to pull her close, give her kisses. That's something she had actually told Groovy, that anytime you see me upset and irritated, just pull me close, pet me, pamper me, kiss me, hug me, and I'll calm down. Hey, God. Guys, it was at this point that Beauty made the statement that I lost interest in the interview, to be very frank with you all. I was like, what the hell do you mean? You just met somebody in how many days? Just a matter of days, and you already have such high expectations of him that, oh, when you're upset, he should pull you close, he should hug you, he should kiss you, he should calm you down. Ladies and gentlemen, what on earth would make Beauty think that Groovy was going to do exactly what she was asking for in an environment such as the Big Brother Naija mansion, where you did not just come for vacation, where you did not just come to come and lounge, but over 25 housemates came to compete for money, which is not 1 kobo, which is not 1 naira. We're talking about 50 million naira in cash and then 50 million plus in other prizes. We're talking about a platform that gives exposure, a platform that gives opportunities. You're talking about such a huge, massive international platform, and then you're talking about, oh, you just met somebody in just 1 week. Let's call it 1 week. And then you're expecting the world. See, that kind of standard that Beauty was setting with Groovy. Guys, let me tell you something. That's the kind of standard that people who have been in a relationship for a while actually set for themselves. That's the kind of standard that they actually understand. That's the kind of transaction that they adhere to. Why? Because they know that that relationship is going to be beneficial to each of them, both parties involved. They know that, okay, there's probably a goal for such a relationship. But for Beauty, what made her think that that situationship she had with Groovy in that house had a goal? How? We're talking about a Beauty that poses herself to be from a financially stable background. Not just a family, but she on her own has her own wealth. She has her own connect. She has her own contact. She has her own business going on for her. She has good things going on for her. And then we're talking about a Groovy, a young man, a struggling young man that has his own business that is trying to grow, that poses himself to be from a humble background, that has told his story as that one person that is the man in his family because his father is not really in the picture. So what made Beauty think that she will come with that kind of mindset? Oh, this is what I am expecting from you. In a competition like that, in a confined space, where any individual that goes ahead to participate on Biggie's show would look for ways to come up with their own mind-blowing, twisted game plans just to ensure that they make it through to the finals or eventually emerge as the winner of the season. Why on earth would Beauty think that such demands would be met by Groovy in a relationship that is not even up to 1 month old? Guys, you see this thing we're saying, yeah? I have not really had time to make a video to talk about Groovy's own role in Beauty's disqualification. Now, it's not like I'm going to 100% blame Groovy, no, but I feel like Groovy allowed it happen. I mean, the first time Beauty had an altercation with Bbnaija, that should have been all the red flags in the world that she needed to let her understand that this guy really needs you out of this house so that he can go ahead and play his game and be focused. But it was so sad that she was overly myopic. She did not even see all of those red flags at all. The first time she had that altercation with Bbnaija, and Groovy did not even show up. Groovy did not even show his face. A lot of people were arguing with me that, it was nice that Groovy did not even come out because Beauty would have been more aggravated. I said, no, now it's all making sense. If both of them had had such a conversation, and she had told Groovy that, oh, whenever you see me throwing tantrums, just pull me close, hug me, kiss me, and I'll be calm. And she was going through all of that level of rage and madness, throwing tantrums, threatening Bbnaija and going all physically violent on Bbnaija, and Groovy never showed up for once. Then she should have known that this guy obviously is not for me. This guy really is setting me up for a disaster. And that was exactly what happened to her at the end. That was exactly how and what contributed to her disqualification. Yes, Beauty get her own for body, but come on. If she claims that she's been having such conversations with Groovy and this guy still went ahead to allow such things to happen, to trigger her, knowing fully well that this one, I had no correct, her senses, they are really shaking in her brain, then I'm really disappointed in Beauty. While she was talking about how much she had really liked Groovy, how much she had been really genuine with Groovy, I couldn't help but recall that conversation she had with Joey on the night of the first Saturday night party of the season when they were outside talking, and she was really bragging that, oh, look at this small boy, what makes him think that he's special? Does he know the kind of men I roll with outside the house? Does he know the kind of people I date? I don't even date people that are like him. This one cannot even keep me, cannot even afford me. She was really bragging heavily. And honestly, guys, I really wished that an interviewer would have made reference to that statement, but then they did not. But really, I was finding it really difficult to buy most of the things she was saying during that interview. Yeah, I just felt like, okay, this is like damage control. But hey, it's fine. I don't really have issues with that, with her doing damage control, because at the end of the day, her career is really precarious at the moment. So even if she needs to lie, let her go ahead and lie and see if it's going to save her career already. This is the part where I ask for all of you's relationship advice. Please, how do you think Beauty would have handled her relationship with Groovy? Yeah, knowing fully well that it's a game, knowing fully well that nothing is actually certain 100% until everybody gets out of the house. How do you think she would have better handled that situation with Groovy? Me, I've said a whole lot on almost all the videos I do about those two people. I've talked about what I would have done different. So now, guys, I really want to hear from all of you. Just go ahead and let me know in the comment section below. And then overall, Beauty had admitted that what really attracted her to Groovy was his calm demeanor, the way he looked into her eyes. I said, okay, Shebi doesn't make you look into person, eyes not going to put you inside trouble. Anyways, she had also gone ahead to shed a few tears and apologized to every single person that had been rooting for her, that she had actually ended up disappointing. But hey, this is where I'm going to end this particular episode of Frankly Speaking with Bbnaija. Please just go ahead and share with me your own thoughts, your own opinion in the comment section below, and I will see you all on another video soon. Have an amazing day.